you're watching Good Morning Northeast with me, Devajyoti Das Gupta, and viewers, as I'm back from the break, I'm sure that many of you can really see that I have that glowy and a beautiful smile on my face, although which I usually have. But anyway, viewers, as I say that I have a guest this morning with me, let me tell you and let me mind you that she is not just any ordinary guest, because she's got certain valuable decorations attached to her name, which is incredible for me. This early morning, joining me here in the studio, it's something which really commendable, which is something which really needs acknowledgement, dear viewers, because she is not just a pretty face. Mind you, she is not just a pretty face competition winner, but also she has certain values in her life, which I think is which actually made her possible to really live up to the expectations and be an inspiration to many youths and to married women as well. So dear viewers, I'm talking about Mrs. Amrita Dutta. She won various decorations and titles in the year 2017. She went on to become a Mrs. India, and post which she went into South Africa's Durban and she won the most prestigious title, which is Mrs. West Asia Universe 2017. She went on to become a Mrs. Fabulous West Asia 2017, Mrs. Majestic Queen of Asia. So dear viewers, after having these incredible titles to her name, I'm sure that she emerged as a strong bigwig, rather a senior show. So dear viewers, without any further ado, let me introduce the very beautiful, bold, talented and supremely gorgeous guest this morning, Amrita Dutta. Good morning, Amrita.
Good morning.
How are you?
I'm extremely well, and
Extremely
a very good morning. Actually, it's a very lovely morning indeed.
Thank you so much. And well, all true things said.
Yeah.
Your
absolutely.
introduction?
Yes.
Happy with that?
Yeah, of
So
course.
are you all ready to brace up probably for some tough questions to be faced this morning?
Devu, why always means? Okay,
No,
I'm
but
ready, absolutely.
But let me be very honest with you, because this sort of shenanigans and banters would continue in the episode. But what really draws my attention with you is I really love talking to you.
Really?
Yes, absolutely.
Same here.
Thank you so
I'm
much.
so glad that I'm here this morning. I'm so happy. And you're lovely as always.
Thank
In
you.
every stage I see you, and you introduce me so well every time, each and every time, I must say that.
Thank you so much. And dear viewers, let me tell you that actually I contacted her last evening and she consented at one go that, okay, fine, I am all prepared, because it takes a little bit of guts to be in an interview. And she just instantly, she consented that, okay, fine, I am joining in for the interview. And that was indeed great. Thank you so much for doing that.
Dear. Thank you.
Okay, so now, Amrita, coming back to a point that in the year 2016, you won Mrs.
India,
right?
yeah.
So now just take us through that journey. I'm sure that that was incredible and beautiful.
It was, yeah.
How did that happen?
Actually, I was completely into cultural activity. I was a Bihu Kori. I had a school of Bihu and Khotriya, and I was teaching many kids Janagosti Nitro, what we call, and I was completely into that, and I was into acting as well.
Oh, nice.
In some series. Then I just got the opportunity to, I just came to know that Mrs. India audition is going on in Guwahati, and I was so excited. Some of my friends, my relatives, my husbands, they have motivated me actually to join, to give the audition. But although I was not that much height of, I'm just 5'3". So I was thinking, oh God, nai nohobo, it's for ukho swali karne hai hobo. So I was little confused. So then I asked the organizer. They have given us the criteria that for Mrs. we need just 5. They started from 5'1" or 5'2", something like that. Okay. And I was so, glad that I could join the audition in 2016. There were 150 or 200 contenders from all over India.
Yes.
And I was selected, and they selected about 49 contestants. I was one of them. And I got the opportunity to represent my state, my proud state, Assam. And I represented Assam, and I have never thought that I'll be in at least top 10. I was thinking, okay, if mereko ek subtitle mil gaya, then that's enough. So before the day, oh God, what will happen? I was so many questions. I was I have 2 daughters, so I have to send them as well. So when they goes to school, I drop them.
You prepare yourself?
Yes, everything
Great.
I do by myself. And when they school, and I come back to home, and just I started studying about current affairs and all.
That's very, very
Yeah,
important.
which is very important. Just to walk in a ramp with the beautiful gowns and, you know, with beautiful
face.
smile and faces, that's not enough. And you have to be very pleasant all the time, and they can ask you any question actually. So it was really tough, but I was full confident. And from my childhood only, I was very interested in my college days, in my school days. I was best dancer in my school, but not in fashion, you know. But I was very stylish from my childhood. So in
nice.
that's I think that helped me a lot. And after that, you know, when I got selected for top 15, then top 10, then gradually top 5, then top 3, I was runners up. I was not the winner. So then when I was crowned and they announced that it was completely...
It was me who announced.
Yes, yes, of course you were there. And you were there, which you were asked the very tough and very tricky question.
Yes,
the
I
last
did.
question, the top 5 question.
Yes,
do you remember?
yes,
Yeah.
I do.
And the question was very nice, and I answered very well.
Even I say this, dear viewers, not just because she is by my side, but then let me tell you that because I was the anchor for that particular Pretty Face competition, and she just nailed it with her charm, with her charisma. And not just that, her answers were so bold and they were so beautiful, demure at the same time, that I think probably that made her what she is today.
And when I was crowned, they announced, it was completely a surprise for all of us, that they surprised that this 3 top 3s will be representing, you know, our country, and Mrs. Universe and Mrs. Earth and Mrs. World. So I was the one who represented India and the region West Asia in Mrs. Universe in South Africa, Durban, where 85 countries were there, and
85
countries from Nigeria to Pakistan, Bangladesh, Philippines. I can't tell you the experience when what I encountered from there. It was completely amazing. It was the year 2017 when I went there, and I won the title of Mrs. Universe Fabulous, which was a subtitle rather, and I was so damn happy.
That's great. Okay, so now coming back to your point, when you won Mrs. India, I'm sure that you had other contenders who were more hardworking or who were, like, you know, they've put in much of effort.
Yes,
so what do you think? Were you at your best that evening? Because when you look back, what was that quality, inbuilt quality in you probably, that made you win that competition?
Yeah, each and everyone were very, very talented in their own way. But the 3 things, if I say 3 things to you, I have that I was very, very confident, I was very positive, and I was very, you know, like I just went there to experience myself, to encounter beautiful memories, and I was full confident. Whatever they will ask, I was that pretty sure that I will answer it very well and very fluently. So I think that helped me a lot. And in talent round as well, I got a very nice marks. So it was, I have given my 100%, and not only me, my family, my daughters, my mom, my sister, my friends, all of them, they have supported me, my designers, my makeup artists, my photographer, each and everyone.
So you basically have a whole team and an entourage to help you.
Yes, yes, absolutely.
That's great. So now another thing, that the other contenders who were there in the competition of Mrs. India, so they usually the one who won the competition. So is that there was any comparison at any point of time, any given time, that okay, fine, you are just called the pretty face, having a pretty face. So was it difficult for you to not just be socially available there for the masses and just have a tag along with you, having a pretty face? Was that the thing?
Pretty face is not just enough in any pageant, okay?
Absolutely, right.
Like you have to be very, very confident. You have to be very positive. You should have a very eye contact with the audience and for the juries as well. And you have to, you know, present yourself in a very good manner. You have to be very good and very, you know, very well mannered with your co-contestants as well. In Mrs. Universe, when I was landed in Durban, they used to monitor us from that very point. I mean,
yeah, usually that is ideally the protocol.
Yes, of course,
in the national level pageants and international level pageants, what they usually do is they start marking you since the very beginning of your journey.
How do I sit? How do I eat? How do I talk with my seniors? How do I talk with my makeup artist? How do I talk with my, you know, security guards? How do
That's where the entire concept of finishing school comes
they focus
in.
it each, and it was very, very tough competition. And I feel very glad actually. মই অসমৰ সকলোকে ধন্যবাদ দিব বিচাৰো যে they have supported me a lot. I was the first to represent India in Mrs. Universe from Assam, and from like I have got so much motivation from each and everybody. Like before going to Durban, Asu I was from Tinsukia. I'm married here, so from Tinsukia to to Guwahati to Dhuburi to Khodia boli je koi, from there to here. So they have each and everybody has supported me so well. That positive variation, that positive impact I have got from them. I took that and I went away.
Oh,
that's the thing.
That's lovely, and that is probably the reason that you flourished there. Not just winning, that is not that important,
Yes,
but then
yes.
leaving a positive footprint in
Yes,
an international
exactly.
soil
Yep.
is something is very, very important.
Very
and
important.
pivotal.
Very important.
That's great. So now coming back to your Miss Universe days. So after you won the sub-contest and after you won all the titles, so how was it like coming back to India, being here in Assam? So were there any scarcity of work? Because when we think about Miss, okay fine, Miss are the bachelors, basically the girls. They get a lot of work and they constantly drive into forces, being in the scrutiny of public. But what about Misses? Because they have got a complete different
Exactly,
life.
which is
a
very
social life
important.
is
Yeah,
totally different to
true.
the personal life. So how do you really cope up with that?
Actually, after marriage, to acknowledge your, beauty skills and knowledge after marriage is very, very tough indeed. Like you have to maintain a lot. Like you have to satisfy your children, your in-laws, your husband, your household works, everything. Though I don't have any maid, I mean permanent maid, and like I have to cook as well. I have to send my children. My husband is very, very busy, and if my cook, I had a cook earlier, but if she cooks something, my husband doesn't like it. So until and unless I don't go and eat something, he doesn't eat. So I have to see that as well. So the thing is, after marriage is very, very tough to maintain such thing. But there is nothing impossible in this world. If you take time for yourself, if you think that I can do it, so you can do it. You can do it anyway.
But
so
then
like,
I'm sorry to interrupt you here. That is a social myth. Basically, people, what you think, okay, fine. Once you're not married, you are up for work. You can go to a field visit. You can do work for the
Yes,
society.
yes,
But then once you're married, there are many restrictions. There are many
Exactly,
social obligations that comes into the picture.
for that,
so how
I'm
you deal
lucky
with that?
enough. Now, I'm lucky enough for that because my family, my relatives are very supportive. They are very understanding, and I do manage all things all the way very, very comparatively, very nicely, and like. See, it's not like that. My career has been started after marriage only because I got married in 21 years old. I completed my graduation and master after marriage only.
Okay.
So I opened my
Lucky
school.
you.
Yes. I am lucky. And after my marriage only, I opened my school. I got into acting. Everything I started after marriage only. So I just want to be like epitome for those women who thinks that after marriage I cannot do that, I cannot do this. It's not like that. After
No,
marriage
indeed
also,
an epitome,
yes,
I'm sure.
of course, after marriage also, anybody can do anything if they want.
So, Amrita, now when I talk about like beauty pageants, there is a very serious, rather allegation, not exactly an allegation though, but we see that post 2016 and 2017, when we have this
Exactly.
beautiful, gorgeous ladies coming out there because they were such beautiful and talented soul. Now we see that every household probably has a beauty queen.
Yes.
Be it Miss,
Which
be
is
it
very
Mrs.
embarrassing.
or Mr.
Embarrassing. I cannot say embarrassing, but it's not acceptable actually. It's very nice that we have so many talents here, but which is not actually acceptable that everybody is Mrs. India, everybody is Miss India, everybody is Miss Universe. What is that?
Most importantly, let me tell you that the names are such, the decorations, the title are such long,
Yes.
such elongated ones that I myself have issues to even say them. I don't even remember because you encounter so many people on your daily basis.
Yes.
And if you have to remember everyone's name along with the
Exactly.
titles, that is a
Like
big
I do go
issue.
for now as we are seniors, so people call us for to judge the contest and all. When they call us, like, "Ba, are you free on this dates, or just we want to invite you as as a jury, as one of our jury panel." Well, all right, what is the name of your pageant? They say Miss India, so long. So I just So like, where have you got the license to, you know, do a pageant like this? Is it easy to do a pageant like Miss
Exactly.
India, Mrs. India or Mrs. Universe? I mean, it's in Guwahati itself. There are so many contests going on here day after day, you know.
Absolutely.
Like,
Every month.
it is good for us. They call us as a chief guest
No,
or
of
as
course,
a
yes,
judge,
it
but
is
it's
good
good.
for us. But then, when we think about in a different aspect, as in, okay, fine, when there are such pageants happening, because we do not compromise with the quality as an individual, as an artist, we do not really compromise with that. But then, what really bothers is the kind of work, the kind of aesthetics, the
quality,
quality is
yes.
actually deteriorating every day, every
Nowadays,
passing day.
anybody is anchor, anybody is, you know, groomer,
Absolutely.
anybody is choreographer, anybody is judge. Like, it's not actually acceptable, and that's what we have done. Recently, we have done our meeting as well for this. Actually, anybody has having money and they are doing an event, which is really not, you know,
I
acceptable for
understand
me.
that.
Yeah, that's
Anyways,
it.
Amrita, I think I'm just having a whale of a time talking to you, and we would continue with the conversation. But dear viewers, it's now time for us to slip into a short break. But please stay tuned, because I'll be right back. And most importantly, dear viewers, I'm having some serious talks with Amrita Dutta, of course, the beauty queen who's here with me, and we would continue with the conversation. So dear viewers, stay tuned. I'll be right back. Welcome back, viewers. You're watching Good Morning Northeast. With me, Jyoti Das Gupta, and I'm in the middle of some serious conversation. Usually, I don't really get to keep my hands onto such serious conversations, which I really enjoy. But this morning, as I am being accompanied by Amrita Dutta, the beautiful, the beauty queen, so I thought that why not I'd rather talk to her on some serious business. Okay, so Amrita, now my next question to you would be, because you have got the titles, so many titles attached to your name, and you incredibly work, you do amazing work. So what are the association, or what are the events that you are being associated with?
All right. I'm the brand face of I'm a brand face of Headzone, and I'm brand face of Look Streak International. I'm a brand face of Gitu's Creation,
Okay,
you know.
I know that, yeah.
And I was awarded as Bhupen Hazarika Award, the Divine Award.
Oh, lovely.
And I just won the award of Woman of Substance in 2017. When I went, goes to, Mrs. Universe. Now I am associated with, actually we are doing a very, you know, wonderful contest for moms, which called Super Mom of North
That's
East
quite
India.
interesting, because I got to know that.
Yes. The auditions we have already done. Basically it's a celebrating of womanhood and mothers, like, which will be held on 5th of July. You are the anchor there.
I know that I'm being approached for that.
This is official announced, and
You are on record now. You can't fire me.
no, cannot. I cannot hire anybody else rather than you, never.
Thank you.
And 5th of July we have a finale, and we took the audition from all over Northeast, and we have got different kinds of very talented moms, and we'll start our grooming from 1st of July, and the choreographer, the groomer expert will come from Mumbai. His name is Kaushik Ghosh.
Oh, yes, I
he's
know him.
awesome. So on these days I'm busy with that, because I am the organizer, and along with me Medha Saikya and Sangeeta Kalita. She's also the
lovely.
organizer.
That's a very strong
we three
team.
moms are doing actually together.
Yes,
so
that's
we
a
are
very
very
strong
excited.
team.
And you're gonna rock, of course, I know.
Hopefully, inshallah, I
Yes,
hope
yes, of
so.
course, yeah.
But Amrita, now coming back to a point, I think that's very, very important, and that's very crucial. So what I'm going to rather do is I'm keeping my question in the parking lot. Why not? I want to show you what happens here in this studio. So we have got this wonderful monitors lined up for you. So here in Northeast Live, we have a concept that we do not really restrict ourselves or confine ourselves to one particular language. We open for, because Northeast, basically 7 sisters and 1 brother, that's the king,
Exactly.
has such rich, vibrant culture, such vibrant language, and all the regions have come up with their own dialect music. So why not we enjoy one of them?
Absolutely.
So it's a treat to you
Yes,
because
yes.
you have
Thank you
joined us
so
this
much.
morning.
Thank you. Thanks.
Anyway, Amrita, now coming back to another very, very important question. When you talk about pageants or when you talk about competitions, I wouldn't rather call Supermoms as a pageant.
Yeah,
Rather, I
this
would
is not a
rather
pageant, basically.
I would rather call it as appreciating and acknowledging mothers.
Mother, yes.
Because a mother can be a doctor and working professional, a homemaker, which I think is incredible, and that comes with a huge baggage of responsibility. So now, when we talk about such competitions, one mom competing the other one, who probably is the best in the race. So there is one question that always strikes the contestants, the contenders' senses, is will we crack it because we are not that equipped with the language of English. So that is somewhere always there, constantly running at the back of their minds. So how do you react on that? Is that English? I know English is very, very important because due to the globalization, it's very important. And of course, Indians have Britishers have left wonderful legacies behind for which we really strive towards talking English or learning the best of the English version. But what do you really think in the modern era? Is it so important for everybody to probably know English?
It's important, but it's more important is you should know your mother tongue.
That's
which is
true.
more important, I guess. See, like we Indians thinks that English bol diya matlab she is smart or he is
Yes.
smart. That is
English
not,
is just a language.
When I went to Mrs. Universe, we used to talk in English, but there were Russians, there were, you know, Chinese ladies. They couldn't talk to, they cannot speak English. They always bring a translator with them. But we Indians do not take any translator. We should know English, we have to speak. I think this is a pretty, you know, unacceptable thing.
That's basically
yeah,
a myth.
this is
I
like,
keep repeating this because usually people, what they think is knowing English is of great intelligence. Absolutely,
Absolutely
big no.
not, yes.
It's just that due to globalization and due to upgradation and the beautiful legacy that's been there from the British Raj, we try and imbibe and speak the best quality English that's been spoken there, but it's not. Whatever language you talk, you are comfortable in, try to speak that in correct form. We have
Yes.
this wonderful dialects. We have got Hindi, we have got a regional language, we've got Assamese, we have Bengali, we have so
Exactly.
many other different dialects. So it's a request that not just strive towards learning English, of course it's important, but along with that, what is also important is knowing your roots. That's very, very crucial, and that's very, very important. Anyway, Amrita, I think we are talking too much of serious things.
Yeah.
And now coming back to a point, because you look absolutely stunning and gorgeous.
Thank you so much.
And
Thank you so much.
what is the secret behind you looking so slim, trim and proper?
You see, like my secret, if I say about my secret, so I stay happy and I positive and I eat a lot.
You eat a lot,
I eat
but
a lot.
that doesn't really resemble on the
No,
persona.
I don't do diet. I don't go for diet. I don't believe in diet, actually. Actually, when I went to gym, when I went to Mrs. Universe, 3 months, I got so many sponsors from all the gyms. So they invited me to join the gym and I went like, Janeke goisulu, teneke ulai hiluda. No difference at all. So like I do yoga. I believe in yoga. I do yoga like thrice a week if I get time, because the thing I don't get time, but I take out time, say about half an hour, and I do yoga and I eat a lot. I don't go for roti or such stuff, and I eat rice thrice, but in very small quantity.
That's, I think, very, very
small
important.
quantity.
Balance. Dieting is a
Balanced,
different
yes.
aspect.
Huh.
Balancing is completely different.
Exactly, that's
but
the reason. And I stay happy, I stay positive, and I love myself a lot.
keeping a smile.
Yeah, yeah. And I keep my dreams always alive.
That's
the thing.
great.
Yeah.
That's great. I think we spoke about the dream at the beginning by APJ Abdul
Yeah,
Kalam.
always people should keep their dreams alive, and people should love themselves first.
Right.
Then only they can spread love to others.
Absolutely. I am totally and completely having a whale of a time, and not just I feel as pleased as a punch in my face to be here sitting beside her this early morning. Anyway, Amrita, my next question to you is, because you stated that you have a very, very, very supporting husband along with you. So I would just want to know, how did this all happen? Because
Hope he is watching this right now.
So is the only one?
Sorry?
Is he the only one?
Yes, yes.
You share all sort of love,
Yeah,
happiness.
only one, and I'm very much satisfied. I don't
You're
need
done with
anybody,
it.
and it's like, oh God, और नहीं चाहिए.
He's done.
He's enough. I must say that. Enough.
Great.
Yeah.
Okay, so my question was basically when you stated that, okay, fine, I'm going to Miss India, Mrs. India, sorry, and you were going, you won that competition, then you went to Durban, South Africa for Mrs. Universe. So what was his reaction at that point of time? I'm sure that he keeps very busy, I know
Yes,
that.
yes. When it was announced that it will be in South Africa, he was really nervous actually. So you'll be going alone. So keneke jabi, ki korbi, what you will do, you can manage or not, I'll call somebody. Like he was very nervous, but he was supportive as well. He was asking his friends who went to Durban, so what is the condition of Durban, because South Africa is one of the, very dangerous place.
I
Many
know
people
that,
think that, but it was very
It's
safe.
basically a myth again.
So many Indians were there, so like they supported us so well, so they treated us so well. So I was brave enough. So I went alone with my two friends, two of my very close friends. They went with me, and he supported me very nicely till date. Till date, I am into this. The day I won, he was happy to see me when it was announced in every, electronic media that Amrita Dutta has won the title of Mrs. Universe, fabulous, a subtitle. Then he was very happy, his family, and because he is the only son, and my father-in-law, mother-in-law is not there. They died 7 years back.
Okay.
So like he's the only son. So for me, he's everything for me, and for him, I'm his mother, his father,
That's so
his sister,
sweet.
his wife. We fight a lot actually. When I was coming
That's
this
more
morning,
of not just the husband-wife relationship, but then that's more like friends, you could rather
friends.
coin it as.
Yeah, the friendship, the friends, the perfect word is friends. And like when I was coming to the studio this morning, like the thing is that these days I'm very busy with the
I
Super Mom
understand that.
contest. That's so. वो जब घर पे रहता है, I'm not there. When he's there, I'm not there, and when I'm there, he's not there. So
I
like that.
understand this.
So we adjust in that way.
That's
So
right. And now talking about the two wonderful kids that you have, I know the smaller one. I know both of them rather, but then the smaller one seems to be a chota packet, bada dhamaka.
She loves you a lot.
I know.
Yeah, she loves you a lot. They would like that. No, she's very naughty. They are very supportive. They adjust their work in their own way because horopra teneke dangor korilu, aro they are not dependent. So for God's
Isn't
sake,
it difficult, Amrita?
it's difficult sometimes. Sometimes it's
because
difficult.
you keep so busy
It's
and
sometimes
you have
difficult.
a family to look after, and
So
your kids
the-
are very young.
The main difficulties happens is that when three of us goes together, like I have a show somewhere. My daughter also dance bihu, so she has she has to go for some dance competition or something like that. My husband has to go somewhere. My younger one also has to go somewhere. The condition of the bedroom, I can't tell you.
I
Means
know that.
like
I
the
understand.
mess.
That's mess.
That's the means. Very,
Everything
very,
has
very
been strewn
ugly.
everywhere.
Yeah, very ugly condition we went off. That's the thing.
But that's great. In fact, Amrita, thank you so much for joining us this morning. It was indeed such a beautiful episode. I had a beautiful time talking to you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I'm
Completely
so
my
blessed
pleasure.
and very glad and very delighted this morning that
you.
I'm here. And thank you, dear. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. And in fact, the very fact that you joined us is, of course, incredible. Thank you so much. And the very fact that I love about you is whenever I talk to you or wherever I meet you, although you probably might be decked up in some Western attires and outfits.
Oh yes, today I'm wearing
Yes.
mekla chador. This was your request
recommendation,
yesterday.
yes,
Thank you.
because
thank
you look fabulous in this.
you.
And apart from that, the best thing that I love about you is you're very, very domesticated. You stay to the roots, you stay
Yes,
true
yes,
to your
yes,
heart. That is
yes.
something which is absolutely commendable.
Thank you.
And
Thank
once
you so
again,
much.
big thank you for joining
Besi
us.
uthai nahi dibi.
Well, thank you so much, Amrita, for joining us. This was, again, a pleasure talking to you. And this is Devajyoti Dasgupta signing off from Good Morning Northeast. Keep your eyes glued with Northeast Live for more updated news and freshly brewed contents. Thank you.
Thank you.